Welcome back, Pokémon Trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab code's on back order, and it's time for episode 50 of the Pokémon Silver playthrough. Kind of a big number. Last time, we went here to Celadon City and decided, you know what? Getting 2 badges in Kanto isn't enough. We want more badges. So we came to Celadon Gym. First of all, we checked out most of Celadon City. Didn't get addicted on slot machines. And we came to Celadon Gym to get ourselves the 3rd Kanto League badge. Or re-get it, since of course we already have become Kanto League Champion way back in Pokemon Blue. But now that we have that badge in hand, we're going to go back, heal up, we'll do a team recap, because what I want to do, don't know if it's going to work out, but I want to get another badge. I'm thinking, I'm kind of scared to do this, but Saffron City is just a hop, skip, and a jump away. We can head over there and see if we can deal with Sabrina, the Teenage Psychic, and get ourselves our 4th Kanto League badge going halfway through the post-game of Silver. So the current team, first of all, Stinger was amazing in that gym. We're not using him against Sabrina. He is weak to Psychic, of course, so we're going to switch him well out of the front spot. What I want to do is focus on Sheldon if possible, because this is the last episode for the week before we do Pokemon Stadium 2 for the weekend. I want to see if Sheldon learns a Water-type move that's better than Water Gun. If not, by the end of this episode, I'm going to teach him Surf, so that we can get some more power off in the Stadium 2 battles. But, that being the case, let's take a quick team recap and see who we are dealing with, or who we're working with on the team. Sheldon, of course, at level 44, our Blastoise, holding the Bitter Berry, with Water Gun, Ice Punch, Skull Bash, and Bide for the moveset. Very defensive, can't put as much damage out as some of the other Pokemon team members, but he has some good defenses to take some hits. Possibly maybe freeze with the Ice Punch, who knows, we'll see what happens. Next on the team, Sprout, our level 45 Venusaur. Probably don't want to use him in the gym either, since Psychic is going to be super effective, but he has the Miracle Seed to power up the Solar Beam, Sunny Day to increase the speed of Solar Beam, Toxic and Leech Seed to slowly drain the opponent out. We hit 100 attack stat at the last level up, but it doesn't have a physical attack, so that doesn't really matter, but the special stats are pretty nice, 110 apiece. Next is Stinger, our level 48 Beedrill. He gained 4 levels in that last episode, which was very nice. He's holding that Focus Band. That being the case, now you know what? I might want to use him in the gym. He is kind of over-leveled, but he has super effective Twin Needle, plus he has Poison Sting, Swift, and Endure. He might come in handy, so I'm not going to box him away or anything. He has attack stat at 107, special defense and speed at 100, 101 each. Next we have Kabutops at level 44, almost level 45. King's Rock is the item to cause some flinching perhaps. Slash, Mega Kick, Absorb, and Harden, and attack is at 126. Most Psychic types have pretty low defense, therefore Slash might come in handy, and Mega Kick if it lands. Next is Fluffy, our level 46 Clefable. She has the Never Melt Ice to power her Ice Punch. She also has Double Edge, Sing, and Metronome. Special attack is very good at 106. Special defense is at 110. The last team member is not currently being used. He's just here to cut our way through some bushes. Rocky, our level 49 Sandslash. So we're not going to go over the moveset. He's not going to be an active member of the team. So let's go ahead and bike our way over to Saffron City and see if Sabrina is home, aka at the gym. Is the gym even their home, exactly? I don't think so. But then, no, because in the anime, well, the anime is of course different from the video game, but we do see, I believe, Brock has a house back in the 5th episode of the anime, and he has, his brothers and sisters there. I didn't want to go in here. There's nothing new here yet, is there? No. Alright. Now, I know in the remakes, this is where the gym leaders can come back and you can rebattle them with higher level Pokemon and such. But let's do this. Let's jump right in. And Sheldon's going to gain some good levels against the trainers along the way as well. So we might see a water move before we hit Sabrina. Yo, champ in making. A trainer as skilled as you doesn't need to be told how to deal with Psychic-type Pokemon, right? Yes, you run away from them. In Gen 1. I expect great things from you. Good luck. Thanks for your advice as always, good sir. And we're going to do the trick of heading to the side teleporters, because eventually that should lead you to Sabrina. The power of all those you defeated comes to me! She didn't laugh, but that's kind of a creepy thing to say, so I feel the laugh was kind of implied. What is happening? Now, we've dealt with these before. Medium Rebecca, leading off with a Drowsy. And what we remember from the brain, your defenses are the better stat. You know what? I think your special defense is better, so we're going to start with a Skull Bash, boost our defense, and get a physical attack off on you, as long as you don't Hypnosis us. Poison Gas, alright. It fortunately misses, even if it's still, or even connected, we still have items to heal up. So as I go about fighting these basic trainers, heading our way through the gym, what can I talk about? Well, what I can talk about is this is going to be a pretty busy weekend for me as far as Hypno, as far as recording goes. I do have Pokemon Stadium 2, well, okay, breaking the 4th wall. I'm recording this on Thursday night. preparing it for a Friday upload. I'm also going to record the Stadium 2 episodes after this as well, once I do see what Sheldon happens to learn, if anything. And the rest of the weekend, I have to... Don't disable Skull Bash! I have to record some episodes of the Unova Classic online competition for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And much like the last competition, I still haven't prepared a team yet. But as soon as I have all this stuff recorded for the night and for the video uploads for the weekend, I'm going to sit down, take some really good solid time out. I have plenty of time tonight before having to start recording the battles tomorrow. So I'm going to make a nice solid team. My idea is, since it's going to be triple battles, I'm going to think wide range, protection, and offense. Strong! Far too strong! Here's some cash! Thank you. What is the source of your power? It's called Sheldon the Blastoise, thanks. Look at this guy just looking everywhere. I'm up above you. Psychic power is the power of your soul. I thought it was more of the mind. Now, that leads into an interesting question. This is something I've kind of thought about too. You know how people talk about the soul, right? And they say it's like within your heart sort of thing. Maybe some people say differently, but I've always thought that people refer to the soul being part of your heart. Now, technically, the way science talks about stuff, wouldn't your soul really be in your mind, right? Because your mind is what determines the choices you make and the actions you take and such, and I've always thought the soul would actually be, you know, your mind is influencing what you do and stuff like that. So the heart, I don't know, it's just, I'm not even articulating what I'm trying to say, but anyway, as I tried to stumble through some words, Franklin is defeated. Your soul has more power than mine. Alright. You made your soul stronger, not just your abilities. So, how you doing on HP there, Sheldon? I could actually give you a Super Potion and max you back up. Alright, so let's go ahead and shift the Super Potions to the top. We got full restorers. Where'd they come from? And, hang on. Let's give the leftovers to Sheldon. I don't think we'll need the Bitterberry. There we go. Alright, Sheldon has leftovers for healing up within battle. Let's go ahead and move the Super Potions to the top and give him a nice little bit of a heal here. Maxing him back in. Yeah, so there's a philosophical debate of, do you think the soul is a matter of the mind or the heart? I think the mind. The heart, you know, the heart is what it is. The fighting dojo next door was once this city's gym. Over 3 years ago, because of course, 3 years back in the Pokémon Red and Blue version, Sabrina had already wiped them out. She creamed them, as somebody kept so eloquently putting it. Psychic Jared is going to start off this battle with a Mr. Mime. Now, you might have Barrier, but I think our best attack is going to be a physical Skull Bash. We're putting in a lot of Skull Bashes here. Now, how much are we going to have for PP when we get to Sabrina? Yeah, there is a physical defense of Reflect. Alright, so now it's going to do half damage, but can we get a critical and bust through that Reflect? I think there's a chance. Not at all. And now special defense is up, so let's just go ahead and Skull Bash again. We know one more will get the KO. And every time we do this, we're boosting our physical defense against attacks like this. Actually, yes, I was expecting a Psychic or something like that. Look at that, 1 hit point each. Wow, we just lost, and we just healed it back up with leftovers. I remember back when the leftovers item was first introduced, I thought, it doesn't really make sense, especially in later games that shows it as like a half-eaten apple core. You would think eventually, wouldn't the leftovers kind of run out? That's a grass type. And your light screen and reflect are both still up. But we have Ice Punch. Let's see what this can do. But, and I always thought, wouldn't the leftovers eventually just run out? That wasn't even critical. We are 13 levels above. This is going to be Sheldon's episode, I can tell right now. Getting him maxed out. Another Execute. Well, one fell to an Ice Punch. Another one's going to fall to an Ice Punch, most definitely. And anyway, but when Leftovers was introduced, I did like the effect it has, of course. Like, who doesn't like healing at the end of each turn? Critical Ice Punch, not necessary, but thank you, Sheldon. Put as much power as you can into that. But yeah, Leftovers is a useful item. I always questioned initially, why would they not run out of eating this apple core? I was no match. Karate King, the master of the fighting dojo, was just destroyed, not creamed, by Sabrina. So yes, there's going to be a lot of recording for this weekend. I've got the Unova Classic and such. I'm going to do a quick little recording for Pokemon Go in between because I don't have time for a full episode. I see it clearly. I can see into your soul. Now, tell me, where are you looking? Heart or mind? Answer the debate for us. Medium... Doris? Slowpoke. Alright, so there's not that much we can do to that. In order to conserve the PP... Let me just see what Water Gun will do. We have plenty of Water Guns. Probably not going to do hardly anything, but we are 11 levels above. Okay, that wasn't bad, even though it had to be a critical hit, but we're just going to stay in and go for some more water guns. In fact, let's probably just use the water guns to, burn our way through the rest of these trainers and save the rest of the attack PP for when we take on Sabrina. Because although the smartest move would be, of course, to go back and heal up at the Pokemon Center, sometimes it's kind of interesting to play things a little bit more on the risky side. Keeps you on the edge of your seat. We healed exactly enough damage with the leftovers that confusion just did to us. So long, Slowpoke. Now, we're going to see Slowbro. Of course, we're going to have more special defense than the Slowpoke. But they have more physical defense, I believe. Alright, Slowbro it is. Level 36. Let's just see what Water Gun can do. I don't think there's too much the Slowbro can do back to Sheldon with our defenses and a 9-level advantage over it. Oh, that wasn't that much. Alright, we're going to try the Skull Bash. I believe the fact that it has a shelter on its tail gives it the added physical defense. Let's see how much our Skull Bash will do as we boost our defense, but they go special-based confusion attack. But yes, so I'm going to record a brief little bit of Pokemon Go, and spoilers for anyone that does follow that series, I'm probably going to be saying I'm going to start easing off a little bit on the episode, simply because there's really not much more to mention for Pokemon Go. Like, I've mentioned a lot in my videos, other people out there are mentioning stuff in videos and on Twitter and all this stuff, so until a major update happens in Pokemon Go, any episode that I would record is going to be basically just, rehashing stuff that we've already seen, catching the same kind of Pokemon. Like, if I was to eventually go on, like, a trip somewhere and want to record the, say, like, a vlog-style traveling video, I could go ahead and do something like that and include Pokemon Go intermixed with that. But outside of my usual routine of going into the Uptown area, finding the same kind of Pokemon, just battling at the same gyms, I don't have, personally, as much new content to really fill up several episodes for Pokemon Go. But what I'll probably start doing is, if something amazing happens, like, for example, not that it's going to happen, but if I happen to see a legendary Pokemon appear on my nearby, I'll probably pull out the old camera and start recording my hunt and search for that Pokemon. But of course, we're not going to see that happen, because I believe, from what I understand, the legendary birds are going to be locked until a special event. Plus, of course, there's Mewtwo and Mew and all that, and we don't know what's going to happen with those two legendaries yet either. But we'll have to see what happens as more updates are rolled out and more content is providing for the videos. Though I read you, I still lost. Way to go, Sheldon. Darn, I forgot that I predicted I would lose to you. Which way did we come from? I think the right? Maybe. Did we battle you? We did, okay. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so let's go ahead back through this teleporter and head to the, right side. Nobody in here. Oh, there must be only 4 trainers and then Sabrina. Alright, so we are pretty much on path. I dealt with you. Did we beat all 4 of them? Maybe. Have we dealt with you? Yes, we have. And finally, we are at Sabrina. So, how's the HP, Sheldon? It's not too bad. You know what? I have a basic potion in the bag. I'll just use that. It's been sitting there just eating up a space in the item slot. Might as well make use of it now. Max out the HP, and free a spot for whatever new items we happen to get. So this is it. Showdown for our 4th Kanto League badge in Pokemon. I knew you were coming. 3 years ago, I had a vision of your arrival. Yes, that was when I walked in the door initially and beat you up and took your badge, wasn't it? You're after my badge. I don't enjoy battling, but it's my duty as a leader to confer badges on anyone who has proven him or herself worthy. Were we able to choose a gender in this game? I think that wasn't until Crystal came out, but it's interesting here, she specifies him or herself. Maybe she's psychic, and she's predicting the future of what's going to happen in Pokemon. Since you wish it, I will show you my psychic powers. You just did! Alright, so she has proven her worth, but we gotta do the battle. She is ready to go. She has 3 Pokemon, okay. Leader Sabrina sends out Espeon. We've seen you, yes, back in the, what was it, the dance theater, I think it's called? Back in Ecruteak City. So, I think a physical attack is the way to go. Don't sand attack, come on. No, it is faster, of course. But, if we can land, get some good damage off. Espeon doesn't have the best physical defense. Psychic attack is decently powerful. Come on, can we land this and get a KO? Well, we land it. Can we get the K? No. Well, Sheldon's not going to do this by himself. I'm going to switch into our most specially defensive, Fluffy, of course, our Clefable. The Dragon Slayer, I keep saying, of the Johto Elite Four. How much will the Psychic do to Fluffy? Decent amount. Hello, Hyper Potions! Where are you at? Now the problem is, this thing is faster than Fluffy, of course, so we have to hope it's going to go for something that gives us a chance to fight back. We don't have any of the X items right now, do we? But we could do what Stinger did against, who was it? Our rival's Bayleaf. We can stall out the PP, which I think is going to be the best way to go. Psychic only has 10 PP, if I recall. I'm going to Super Potion. And if we can stall out the PP, we can then go for our attacks. I wouldn't want to go for Double Edge right now, because if the Psychic brings us low, the recoil might knock out Fluffy. Ooh, they went for Sand Attack. We have a chance to hit now. Now, as long as I don't get a critical Psychic, Double Edge recoil will not take us out. So here comes the non-critical Psychic. Wait for it, everybody. Just wait. There we go. Alright. Is this enough to bring down the Espeon? So long, Espeon! Alright, and there's that recoil. Whew, that was a little bit worrisome. And we gained some nice experience off of that Espeon. So level 46, that's not the ace, I don't think, though. In comes Mr. Mime. So probably, I think, we should heal up right now. Wait, I'm not switching Pokemon. Go to the pack and grab a Hyper Potion. And I might want to try Sing. Fortunately, I've said this many times, there are no abilities, so Mr. Mime is not yet soundproof. It will fall to a Sing attack as long as we can land it. Now, how much are you putting out with damage from the Psychic? That was 52. 104 would be critical, but I want to keep in mind that they might get a high roll, which is what happened to poor Keaton when we took on the Kingdra of Claire in Blackthorn City. So, a critical might be enough to bring us down, but I'm going to say maybe not. But let's go for Double Edge. It is our stab attack, physical offensive. They did just put the reflect up, so they're going to be not double resistant, but basically it's almost like defense has been doubled. So I want to heal before we go for another Double Edge. Super Potion get us back up to 151. That is the number for Mew. Speaking of legendaries a moment ago about Pokemon Go. So Mr. Mime stays asleep. Let's just try the Ice Punch. I was wondering if it was going to wake up. If so, we could have froze it with Ice Punch, but get some little damage off with this. Hang on, how especially defensive are you? Another Ice Punch should bring you down. And it wakes up, goes for Psychic. You can critical me if you want. We can handle that. But I like this. Now, I said I was worried about Sabrina. We are on par with her. Now, of course, I have a level 48 Beedrill I could use if I need to, but the rest of the Pokemon right now are on par. One more level above right now. Fluffy hits level 47, 113 special defense, and 108 special attack. And here comes the problem. Level 48. We gotta go for the Sing. And hope for the best. Reflect. Alright, you give us a free turn to put you to sleep. Excellent. Take a nap, Alakazam. So you gotta spend at least one turn sleeping. I'm gonna try something a little risky. Stinger, we're bringing you in. We're going for the Twin Needle. This is pretty crazy. Alakazam needs to sleep at least one turn. The Reflect is up, of course. And it's faster than Stinger. That I don't like to see. Let's go for the Twin Needle. It is super effective, but they do have Reflect going on, of course. One more will bring it down. Never mind, Hyper Potion. Alright, so fortunately it's still asleep this turn. It could wake up next turn and go for a Psychic type attack. As I say, this is playing it pretty risky. Woke up, goes for Psychic. We have the Focus Band. And it doesn't work. I knew it was risky. I should not have done that. But Stinger did a lot of good work up until this point. Moving on. Do you have good special defense Kabutops? I wanted to check stats. Reflect falls. You're going to survive this Kabutops. We're not losing another Pokemon. because of a sudden wake-up of Alakazam. Goodbye. Stinger Man! Okay. But where he falls, we do get to bring another Pokemon back from the PC. And we gain some experience for the rest of the team there. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Your power. It far exceeds what I foresaw. Maybe it is impossible to fully predict what the future holds. Okay, you win. You earned yourself Marsh Badge. Yes, I did. There we go. Now lit up. Marsh Badge draws out your subliminal powers. Although I failed to accurately predict your power, this much I know to be true. You'll become a celebrated and beloved champion. I already am. Thank you. And back to the Pokemon Center we go. Hopefully you guys don't hate me too much in the comments for that, but now if they didn't have the Reflect up, Stinger would have been doing double that damage, we would have gotten the KO, and they just, I don't know. You notice how when the computer needed to wake up, it woke up? I can't fault it for that too much though. It was just random chance, and me playing a little bit too risky, trying to keep things interesting. That was another fantastic battle! Not really. It cost us a Pokemon. So, and here's the thing. It woke up first turn. Not first turn, but it woke up when it needed to. Notice my focus band did nothing. Alright, let's go ahead and grab that focus band. Okay, into the pack. Time to go give Stinger a nice rest in the PC. Switch over to our injury box. We're up to 14 Pokemon lost. And he was one of our champions, too, of Johto. Well, not that he's not anymore. He's still Johto champion. He's not gone forever, of course. He's just injured. He's going to rest up with the rest of the team in the box for now. Tell them about how he's gone on to do greater things since the Elite Four. But for the time being, it's time now to say farewell to Stinger. Into the box you go, buddy. With my deepest apologies. Alright, so now, switch over to box number 2. And the current level of the team. Just one second, let me get my little notes here and see what I have available to me. My lowest level is 44. So we can withdraw. Actually, this is kind of interesting. I mentioned a Pokemon, I think last episode. I was wrong on the level that he was at, but our level 44 Pokemon that we can bring back is Blaze, our Charizard. Blaze is joining the team in place of Stinger, and what I like about this is I had an idea in mind for Blaze. The idea is going to be... Wait for it. Fire Punch. He currently has Ember, but I'd like to replace that with something a bit more powerful, and Fire Punch is that move. Yep, Blaze has to forget something, of course. Let's forget that basic Ember attack. He now has a Fire Punch stab attack, much more powerful. Less PP, of course, but it is still much more useful for us. So let's heal up the rest of the team, and do a quick, not team recap, but a Blaze recap, show you what he's working with. And as we move forward, I'm going to head over to Lavender Town, and I think that is probably the next best place to go. Now, we could go down to Fuchsia City and deal with... Actually, you know what? We fought Koga in the Elite Four. Who's going to be the gym leader in Fuchsia City? I know who. I've played this before. If you don't know, stay tuned for the next few episodes. You'll find out. And next to gain a level is going to be Blaze. So up to the top you go. We're going to keep Rocky on the team for the time being, just in case we need to cut our way through. But I said I was going to do a Blaze recap. Let's do that right now. So Blaze, our Charizard level 44, with the Bitterberry. I can change that. I think I have Charcoal. Fire Blast / Fire Punch and Dragon Breath is the moveset. Let's go ahead and see, do we have the Charcoal? Somewhere in here perhaps. No, but you know what? We have Dragon Fang. And he has Dragon Breath that we taught him a while back, so let's do that. Power up the Dragon Fang. So he gains stab attack, or stab Same type attack bonus. Stab for the fire attacks. Plus now he has that Dragon Fang to power up the dragon attacks. I really didn't like having to lose Stinger like that, and I didn't have to lose him. That was just me being stupid. Have you been to Lavender Town? There's a tall radio tower there. No, I have not, but that is where I'm heading. I think we're going to come back and deal with these trainers later. I want to see if we can just get to Lavender Town, because the episode is almost done. I did let the last one go a little bit too long, so I want to speed through, and we'll come back and deal with these people next time, probably. We can't do anything we can't do without electricity. The power plant supplies us with electricity. Therefore, you know, putting 2 and 2 together, you can't do anything without the power plant. Super Nerd Tom, you're going to lead off with a nice electric type, sorry, well, yes, but a steel type as well. We now have Blaze, our Charizard. We can Fire Punch. Let's put these attacks in order of, I guess, preference. And Fire Punch, super effective. I don't think you're going to handle that. We don't need to worry about any electric attacks coming our way. Down goes the Magnemite. Very nice. We can see any more steel types for Blaze's debut here in the Kanto region. Another Magnemite, of course. We can go for another Fire Punch. The last one didn't survive it. How is this one going to? Stinger. That's going to bother me for a while. Because he made it so far. And, like, I mean, I said before, I've seen playthroughs where Beedrill are used and they don't make it all the way. Like, usually they get lost along fighting the Elite Four. The fact that Stinger made it this far is actually something to be very proud of. And he's one of my main guys. I'm very proud of him for doing this. And I'm very ashamed of myself for losing him how I did. Super Nerd Tom's defeated. Don't waste electricity! Well, I wasted your guys pretty good, sorry. The power plant north of Lavender supplies power to the magnet train. Yes, it does. Now that I got it up and running again, thanks to that crazy Team Rocket guy that stole the part. Yay, a Persiker Berry! I'll take that. And we're about to set foot in Lavender Town. But that's probably going to be about it for the episode. Let's go ahead and rest up. We don't even need to rest up. We just did like one battle. The director of the radio station sure was happy. He said they are back on the air because the power plant is running smoothly again. So we already took care of something here, apparently. There's a radio program that plays Poké Flute music. And that's what I came here for. Oh, your radio needs an expansion card to tune into it. You can get that from the manager of the tower. To the north of Lavender is Rock Tunnel. Go through it to get to the power plant. So I wonder, do they expect you to come here to Lavender Town first and then go do that? I don't know. Anyway, we are going to save it up here in Lavender Town. Feel free to leave a comment below, folks, and let me know what a fool I was for letting Stinger take that hit. But as soon as the Alakazam was going to wake up, I had to figure there was no one I could switch into. I had to do as much damage as I could. If they hadn't had that reflect, or if we got like critical hits, things would have turned out differently. But Stinger is resting up for the time being. He'll be back. We might use him in Pokemon Stadium 2. If you want to see that happen, feel free to let me know. Just let me know which Pokemon you want to see me use in Stadium 2, and I'll see if I can use them for some of the different cup challenges in the stadium itself. Also, feel free to leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of whatever else happened in the episode and what you're looking forward to in the future, as we get 4 more badges left to go. And also, feel free to share the playthrough that's linked in the description with a friend that might like to watch some classic Pokemon playthroughs, finishing up with Gen 2 Silver. Very soon going to head into Gen 3 Pokemon Sapphire on Game Boy Advance. All that being said, Professor Chaz is signing off for the night. Gonna go mope about my Beedrill, and I'll catch you next time.